Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. Shout out to Jocko Go, new selection of flavors. Today we have the cherry cola. Today's episode is called Dangers in Price Comparing. What does that mean? That means when you are out and about, even as a consumer or a business owner, and you are evaluating products and services.
Jesus Christ.
You will first naturally look at the price, because we all have restrictions, we all have limitations for the most part, and you have to set a budget, okay? If you have a budget in mind, the first thing that you usually look at is how much will this thing or this product or service cost? But when you look at one price compared to the other, sometimes we forget to look at what is under the hood. What's the quality? What's the craftsmanship?
What's the added value?
What's the added value? What am I going to get? How much am I going to get? When you're out there comparing prices, you could be shooting yourself in the foot, holding yourself back on getting something much higher quality that you may need to pay extra for, right? Do you ever heard the saying? Have you ever heard this? You get what you pay for, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys are getting paid?
You get what you pay for. You're not going to expect a highly qualified engineer with a massive resume and success stories to work on your software or you build your app for pennies. Unless you want to flip-flop, you paid pennies and you're jumping from developer to developer to developer to developer to developer. Fail. Then you add up what that costed you, and then you're like, oh my God, I just spent, like, I know one guy, I've mentioned this before, I think twice. I know a guy that spent $700,000 on a fucking app. Do you want to know why he spent $700,000? The whole thing would probably have cost him about $150,000, I'm thinking, based on the scope of what I saw. He was going from developer to developer. He would pack up and leave and go to someone else, and it would keep happening. And then I met him one day and he's like, hey, it's finally done. I'm like, wow, hey. And I was like, how deep are you into this? He's like, about 700. Wild. So in order to avoid those pitfalls, make sure you go with the right people. And sometimes those right people or that right product is going to cost you a little bit more. Let's take something as simple as a t-shirt. A thicker, more durable t-shirt is going to last longer because you're going to wash it and wash it and wash it. And that thing's going to last longer. Why? Oh, hey, it's a thicker, heavy-duty t-shirt. It can last forever. Now it's going to thin out a little bit over time, but what I'm trying to get at is you're paying for quality. So sometimes out in the marketplace, as a business owner, you will sometimes get feedback. So like if you're a business owner and you have a price for your product or service, right? And you get feedback from somebody and they say, oh, I can get it from Joe down the street for 40% less. And then sometimes you see like recommendations on like Instagram and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, just tell them to fuck off or whatever. Oh, you're not the right client for me. In the real world, you should try to be confident enough to say why you're a little bit more. Like you can say, I have highly skilled staff that know what they're doing, that have a proven track record, or I have some of the best craftsmen on the planet that have been involved with this construction, that construction of iconic, big famous buildings or something like that, where someone can easily connect the dots and go, whoa, oh wow, you worked on, the Prudential Center or something like that. That adds credibility and verification and validation on your ability to deliver. So if somebody complains about the price, my opinion is to just give them little nuggets of why. Well, hey, if you want an inexperienced team, or if you want someone who doesn't follow best practices for X and Y or whatever,
or doesn't have a reputation or doesn't have the added value, There's a lot of things. I mean, realistically, the rule of thumb is the more you spend, the more value you get. If it's a product, buy it for life, right? The BIFL whole thing on products, like that's a true thing. For example, like let's just use a simple thing for products, jeans, right? I always get shit for how much I spend on jeans from people who know how much I spend on them.
It's a lot. He's told me.
But the thing is let's just use an example. Most of my jeans are from the same brand, Rag & Bone, right? Now, if I buy a pair of jeans, which I've bought many jeans from them, 2 years later, I hit them up and I say, hey, these have a rip in them. I can't wear them anymore. Within a week, I'll get the same, if not a better pair of jeans from them. For free. So the one time I spent the whatever it is for a pair of jeans, I will have a really nice pair of jeans for the rest of my life.
So they're warranted?
Yeah.
If they rip, they replace them.
They'll replace them. They'll tailor them. Bro, you're spending a fucking pretty penny on them. But I have a pair of jeans for life. So it's like you're spending a lot, but that's the value you get. Now go to a different jean brand company, right? You're spending $120. Average price for a good pair of jeans, decent pair of jeans, maybe less, $80. If they ripped, you have to buy another pair.
Oh wow, you do have a point.
You go through 10 pairs of jeans over 5 years, or okay.
I do have a habit of bringing my jeans to a tailor to get fixed.
But then at that point, it's like they're patchwork. It's like
fix those jeans.
If the person who's fixing them isn't that good, then it's patchy and they're thick and it's not good stitching. At the end of the day, recently I did this. I had a pair of jeans that ripped right next to the back pocket where they normally rip, where you keep your phone, your wallet, you sit down and it rips, right? It happens through wear and tear and whatever. I don't know how long I had these jeans for, but I hit them up and I said, hey, I don't know what happened here, but they ripped. And they responded with, send them back, send pictures, prove that whatever I'm saying is true. I sent it back. They got it. They emailed me. They said, here's a catalog. Choose what you'd like. I chose a fucking salvage denim jeans that were beautiful pair of jeans that were amazing and expensive, and I got them for free. Because
What do they do with the jeans that you sent in?
They probably repurposed them. I don't know.
Sew those jeans. Sew them.
Yeah.
They're gonna fix the rip.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna do something with them. I mean, it's good denim, so they're gonna take it all apart
Is
and
it
turn it
the Japanese?
The ones that I have. Well, yeah, I have two pairs of those.
Japan is supposed to have some really, really like famous.
Well, the salvage denim is very
famous.
It's a very specific type of denim that's like super high quality. Yeah. I mean, I have a couple pairs. They're fucking awesome. I mean, they're super comfortable. When you get them, they're like a slightly more stiff than regular jeans, but you wear them three times before I wash them. Every time. I don't know if someone's gonna think this is. I'm a very clean person, but usually the rule of thumb for a nicer pair of jeans, you wear them 3 times before you wash them. Now that first time they're gonna be a little tight, and then at the end of that first day they fit perfectly. That's salvage denim. They fit like nothing, like a glove. So it's like not only do they fit better than any other pair of jeans, if they rip or if they get busted anything, I get another pair for free. That's what you get with higher quality products. When you're spending more money on products, that's what you get. You get something that you buy for life, BFL, whatever. Same thing with like fucking like a bed frame, right? You buy a bed frame off Wayfair for $900, $800. That thing's gonna last 5 years. It's not stable. It doesn't last. But then you buy something like a Thuma or something like a high-end one.
I saw a really high-end one that was on display at the mall, and it was no metal.
Yeah, all wood,
but it had plastic springs.
Okay, yeah.
So these basically their whole thing was that metal attracts like some kind of magnet or EMF.
Oh, maybe.
So if so their pitch was, if you have a traditional mattress with a coil spring, that the EMFs in the air conduct to this spring and can create a situation. I
don't know. I don't know about the mattresses, but the bed frame is like a big thing for me. Thuma, it's like 6 pieces of wood that all connect together, and it's sturdy. It doesn't squeak.
How do you feel about IKEA?
Lasts for life. IKEA is fine, right? So like I have certain things from IKEA, but the thing is with IKEA,
I have an IKEA bed.
Really? I have an entertainment center, but the thing is with IKEA, I think through my purchases when it comes to this stuff. I have this really dope entertainment center under my TV from IKEA. It fit well. It looks good. It's simple, but I don't have a house that I own. It's in an apartment. If I was to have a house that I own, I would go all out with a really nice wood thing, maybe even custom like entertainment center that'll last forever.
You're keeping in mind that you're probably going to be leaving the apartment within a few years or whatever.
But at the same time, the thing that I got from IKEA, I could probably use it. You know what I got from IKEA? I don't even know what I'm saying. IKEAs are great products, depending on what you get. If you do it right, you can get. My desk is fully made from IKEA. All I got was the countertop and the Alex drawer and legs. I built it custom, but the thing is that countertop is fucking awesome. Like they're great. I don't care what anyone says. It's fantastic. Didn't cost me a lot. I think it cost me less than $100 to get this massive big wooden desk. It's fucking great. But at the end of the day, that when it comes, if I were to go, and like I said with the jean thing, if I was to go and buy, $50 to $120 jeans, they'll probably rip, don't have a warranty guarantee, craftsman guarantee, don't have anything. I have to go out and buy a new pair of jeans, right? So you think to yourself, after, let's say 10 years, or maybe even less, let's say 5 years, because 10 years is kind of a long. Let's say after 5 years, you go through 3 pairs of jeans because your jeans rip because you wear them a lot. You're now spending a comparable amount to what I spent, and I have the same pair of jeans for free, and they're going to last me probably a decade. So, and that's the same thing with a bunch of other stuff, right? I mean, it like when you buy a lower quality product, depending on what your use cases, whatever, it's going to make more sense to pay more. Now, that's the same thing with services. With services, when you're paying more, there's added value to that service. You're going to get more out of that service when you pay more. If you pay less, you're going to get the bare bones service that you need. Again, it's based off case use. If you only need the bare bones service that you're looking for, then you get that, like a haircut, right? You go to sport clips, whatever it's called, and you get a haircut. You're getting a haircut. If you go to a barber,
I go to Sports Clips.
I love it. If you go to a barber that does, hot towel shave and does all this stuff, maybe you do that once.
They do that.
Maybe that's sweet. Maybe you do that, but like I'm saying,
Sports Clips does that.
You're completely taking away from my point. I think people are going to understand what I'm saying. You're going to get a royal treatment. You're going to get a great treatment, but you're going to spend $75, $80 on a haircut minus tip, right? It's the ambiance. It's the service. You're getting all this added value to it. You're getting, your hair washed. You're getting a hot towel shave. You're getting a fucking massage. Like you're getting, almost like a spa treatment in some cases, right? When you go to a higher end service, but somewhere like not a Sports Clip, apparently, just a regular barber, you're going to get a haircut.
You know what it is?
Straight up.
I have kind of unusual hair. And there's one female that really knows how to cut my hair. And I just follow wherever she goes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
She's just very good with my hair. When I go somewhere else, they 95% of the time fuck it up.
Yeah.
And she's just really good. So me and my son literally have been going to wherever that woman is since he was a baby.
That makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that.
She went to Sports Clips and,
There's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just, and honestly, you kind of threw a wrench in my analogy. Where's another where's another like? It doesn't matter. You know what the fuck I mean.
Well, okay,
normally sports clips are just regular.
Okay,
haircuts.
let's take cars for example.
Perfect.
Let's take BMW and Mercedes. If you maintain them, they are a quality and an amazing driving experience. If you neglect them and treat them like shit, you're gonna have a problem. So if you're just looking for a place to go, A to B, you can go with another brand. But if you're trying to go with a good driving experience and some decent reliability, as long as you maintain it. Because if you neglect it, you can run into some issues. That's where people fall. Is the maintenance.
That's a perfect case scenario. Though, like, if you were to buy a Nissan, great car, fantastic car, reliable, gets you A to B, they're fun to drive, great stereo system, right? You get a great car. Same thing with Toyota, with all those other brands within the social whatever. Now you go with a BMW or Mercedes. Not only are you getting something that, you go out and you feel, if this means something to you, it doesn't mean something to a lot of people, but you go out and you get in your car and you feel good, right? Sounds good, stereo's good. If it has a vibe to it that feels good to you. People see you driving it. It means something to them to see you driving that car. There's the added value in spending more money on a certain thing.
Yeah, so for vehicles, that's a quality option. Now, if you're looking for an investment type of, like, if you want quality and appreciation, I know cars are a very bad example. But sometimes certain cars will go up in value significantly, and we all know that Jay Leno has a crazy collection. That and the guy there that works for him always like references, oh, we have this XYZ, and it was originally purchased at this, and now it's worth this, and he explains. It's on Jay Leno's garage. You can see that.
Yeah,
but it's when you buy quality. Like quality products,
it appreciates.
For
the most part. I mean, technically, it's if we're talking financials, it's appreciating asset. But
this also goes for good services too. If you hire a true expert, someone who's got a track record, someone that knows what they're doing, someone who has done what you're trying to do over and over and over again. Like, I saw something about some guy starting a beer brand, and he hired the creator of Sam Adams beer as a consultant. Why do you think? Because he blew up a brand to the stratosphere, and working with him is the fastest track towards success. Absolutely. Because you're literally sitting with the dude that fucking did it. This is why did it.
Damn.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, subscribe. Check out the jeans. They're fucking great. Peace out. See you next time.